Live. We are live. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Anyone. How you doing? How you doing? Hold on.
How you doing? What you doing?
There we go.
What's going on a Monday night?
I know it is a Monday night. It's been a busy Monday. I like Mondays. Ever since I stopped working, um, I I started making Mondays like my day off.
Okay,
Because it was like I used to mom all the time on the
right.
weekends, would be like really busy on the weekends. And so then everybody would leave, right? And so Monday was like my day off.
Right.
I'm like, everybody's gone. The house is quiet. Turn on to Jerry Springer. Get me my coffee. We already have some of our favorite friends here.
Hi, Jenny.
Jenny Wong, you know what? Girl, I've been missing you. I've been really missing you. How are you? Maya.
Maya. Oh, hey.
Oh, hello, hello. Hey, Wit. I'm listening and feeding the cats. Okay, hi, sweetie. Hi, kitties. Meow, meow. That's Poppy's favorite little thing. Meow, meow.
Hey, Whitney.
It's also cute that she does the, she can do the,
Uh-huh.
it's cute. But the cat doesn't, she doesn't want to come. Hey,
Des,
Des.
Des, Des.
Hey, Joni.
Oh, my bean
Everybody
sprout.
better behave. Joni is the mod in the house. Just say.
Hey,
Hey,
May.
Meg. Oh, a bunch of our favorite ladies are here.
Joni's
Hi.
modding.
Yeah, Joni's always modding if she's here.
Cool.
Joni's the mod on the case, She.
I like when she goes, and that was only half a face.
No,
Of anger.
she does. That was only half a face of anger. You don't want to see the whole thing.
Yeah. He
Joni's
cracks
the
me up.
punk, man. She'll punk you
I
up.
know. Doreen, do I need to come down?
Don't make me come over there. Oh, how are
Aw.
you, sweetie?
But at least I get to see you, Jenny, on the
Oh,
page.
I know it is nice seeing everybody on the page.
Yeah.
Hi,
Tomas,
Mom.
hey. How are
How are
you?
you? How are you? I feel like I have to talk like Doreen. How are you?
How are ya? How are you? How are
What
ya?
is the deal? I'm not clear. I'm cutting out. Whatever. We're all here together, right?
Yes, I'm so happy that so many people are here tonight.
Oh, I know.
Goody
I
goody
love.
gumdrops.
I know. Doreen's like a kid in a candy store. I only get that way when I have no smokes or someone misbehaves. Yeah, thank goodness. I think she's got, well, nobody's misbehaving, and
I was telling Joni today, she is some worker. She really is. I mean, she takes on extra days, and like she is no slouch. That woman, not at all.
no, she's not. Welcome back to Moss.
You
No,
back
she's
from death,
not.
the death chamber?
She
Hmm.
she she works really hard. I mean, she works hard at her job, but she works hard. The She always motivates me to do more because she works so hard at getting to and from work,
I
and then
know.
working hard at work as well. She's just really inspirational to me.
Yeah, and to
What?
take on extra days, extra shifts. I mean, how many people do you know, really, in reality, that really look forward to taking on an extra shift? I mean, she does. She does.
I know she does. She's cute. She's like, if you don't hear from me tomorrow, it's called I took an extra shift. Or would she say it's called I picked up a shift? I'm like, okay, okay. I won't ask. Yeah, no, it's like you always used to just pick up shifts because you need the money, not because like they need help. Fuck them, right?
Right,
Like I need the money.
right.
I need the money.
She does it just for the hell of it.
I know.
She's a hard worker.
She's a hard worker. You know, something I wanted to talk about a little bit tonight was about love.
Aw.
About love.
Love is many splendid things.
It is a many wondered thing. It's a
Oh yeah,
many
it is wondered.
splendid, splendid, splendored, kerflunkered, kerfluckled.
L is for the way you look at me. O
Oh,
is for
it's
the
for the
only one I see.
L
B
is
is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that I adore, and love is all that I can give to
to
you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart and never break it. Love was made for me and you. Dun, 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 dun,
yeah, I love it.
dun.
Doreen, Doreen.
You know I'm an old time fool.
I know. I love for Doreen to sing. And
Aw,
she is
thank you,
even,
Whitney.
she's holding it back. She's holding it back. Love is a decision. Des says love is a decision. It is a decision. You can be closed or you can be open. And then sometimes it just jumps up and smacks you in the face, whether you wanted to or not. Tatas and friends are going to be fed next. Oh, let's see. Whitney came back and she said, hey, everyone, cat's fed. Yay. I hope they're happy. They'll
Aw,
be
yeah.
purring and licking themselves and all the good jazz. Joni's Tatas and friends are going to be fed next. We don't need to
Yes.
ask about that.
Joni's tatas are her tomatoes.
She's like in friends.
And her
Joni's
friends, right? Right now it's her cucumbers that's starting to sprout, but she has so many other things that she
yeah,
planted as well.
right. Well, right now. She's got the tomatoes coming in, which I think is funny. She calls tatas, and then not only that, she's growing onions and a cucumber. So I'm like, oh, what are you trying to?
She's
She's
growing a
trying.
salad.
She's growing a salad.
A
I
salad.
don't, I don't know. An eggplant, right? See, thank you, Whitney. That's what I'm saying. Like we're growing all of the parts that are gonna make parts. We're growing parts. What's love got to do? Who needs a heart when a heart can't be broken? Yes, see, don't let Tiffany sing.
True that. True that.
That's true too. It's love in a relationship, in a choice relationship, right? Whether it's like between friends or in a relationship, it's just a blind jump.
Yeah. I rather love my friends.
Well, it's easier to love my friends, I find,
Yeah.
than we put a lot of stuff onto a relationship, right?
Yeah.
On both parts. There's a lot of expectations on ourselves, and there's like we have expectations of the other person. And that's okay, right? Both ways.
Yeah. But there's one thing that people really need to learn. Whoever you're with, do not I mean, really, do not tell them about your past relationships, because, especially the bad in it, because they eventually will throw that back up at you in your face. And I hate
Ooh.
that.
Ooh, what do you guys think about that? Do you have experience with that? Anybody? I'm just curious. Uh, that's a good point, though. And that's a tough one, isn't it? Because you never know who that person is going to be. But
You
I
like to
guess,
tell somebody about your past relationship, the person who you're with now, only because you're trying to make them understand why you are the way you are, or why, like, you won't accept a certain something, like, from them, almost as to say, like, you almost want to teach them kind of how to act with you, but they
right.
throw it in your face later on.
Night, Tomas. Yeah. I, I, that's the thing. It's like you want to go in, right? Like, you want to go in knowing their crap and being able to like unload your crap and say, all right, we're gonna
And sort of support
blank
them, and
slate it.
support, you want you want to support each other, but it never turns out that way.
I think that it can. And I'm not saying, hey, I'm not saying it hasn't gone the other way.
Right.
I'm not saying it can be both ways. Um, but I think if you have somebody that is truthfully like emotionally secure, but maybe
Which
I
is so
don't
hard to
know.
find.
Uh, it is hard to find, right? That you would both be mature enough to never bring those things back up. Yeah, I don't know. I agree with you. I'm not saying it's a hard one because yeah, it's like you want to be straight up.
Either you want to be
Yeah,
straight up, and you don't want to be the person that they were with before. Like, if a guy turns around and tells you, well, I'm not, well, no, like, she was too bossy. So, like, you'll take that into consideration, and you'll start thinking about that. And, like, you'll try not to be as bossy as, you know what I mean? But then once you get into an argument,
here comes my own version of my bossy.
right, and things that you've told him about your past relationship, of what, and so in other words, you're really saying, like, please don't be that way. But
Yeah.
instead, they take it and they use it, they use it against you. Mm, And and that's on both sides, what I'm saying, not just men,
Yeah.
women
I've
as
been
well.
known to do the same. Like
And
when you said that, I thought about it and I'm like, I've been guilty of the same, right? Although not, I don't,
but I don't think women as much as men. I'm sorry, I just feel that way.
yeah, I think you're right. We both do it. I think, I think for personally, I think for me, it's more of what's happened in our current relationship that I'm like, yeah, remember that shit?
Right, right,
Get that shit out of here. Or that guy face, the face you're making that guy,
right,
I don't live
exactly.
with him. You know what I mean?
Right,
It's
right.
for me, it does seem to be more things that like we've gone through where I'm just not. Let's see. Meg, yeah, said they always do. And then let's see. I can't believe what I heard when we were so we're committed to each other, right? And then do you question that? Like, then do you question that always? Is that what's being done now? So then I guess that's a good point, Doreen, to like not share, right? Because then it's like you've already planted a seed of doubt that you can be a
Right.
real son of a bitch. Both ways, right?
Yeah,
I've
both ways.
been an asshole in my past, right? I can
Yeah,
admit
me too.
that, so it's like maybe, but that's not, yeah, what represents me now or in the future. When he
Well, I don't
says
have to worry about
Doreen,
that because I'm not planning on.
that's what Whitney says. She's like, Doreen, that's why I'm single. He's like,
Exactly. That's what I just said. Well,
yes,
I'm not
yeah,
planning on, so I don't have to worry about any of that.
right, yeah,
I'd
but
rather be single, really, than have to deal with all that hoopla.
it's a it's a lot of baloney. Well, when you're in the drama of it, right?
Yeah,
In relationship, I've always been the one to sacrifice job, time, etc. The woman. No, no, no. And I hate that for you. You're so freaking amazingly intelligent, Witness, and I'm sorry that you're beyond intelligence that I need to know of. Doreen, she's right, but those are typically people who are narcissists, in my opinion. I've never been completely myself in a relationship.
hmm,
That's
yeah,
the thing. See, and that's another point that maybe that's not a good place to start off either, right? Is like, oh, I don't want to be what somebody else was. So I'm going to try to shade myself, right?
right.
Instead of you get all this spiciness. Doreen, you've known me long enough. I can't hold it back. I try. I really try.
It is hard. It is.
Yes. Meg agrees. Meg
I
agrees.
mean,
Yeah. And I can see that.
we, I, I just feel like we as women shouldn't tell about our past relationships. Now, we as women also want to know
Right.
about the
We're
man's.
nosy, but right. Yeah.
Right. I was just gonna say, yeah, want to know about the man's past relationship, but like, I don't think we're like that. We throw it up in faces as much like they do, and
No, I agree with you.
so I think it's best just not to say a damn word.
Well, and especially, okay, I'm going to be honest, guys. At this age, who do you think? You know what I'm saying? Look, the days of, the Mother Teresa life are gone. Ladies learn about themselves and know shit and, all those things. And so it's like, and not only that, times are just different. And gentlemen too. It's like don't think I'm 50 and I've only had one partner. I mean, I've been married twice at least. You know what I mean? It's like
Well, at
it,
my age, I don't have the physical or mental energy to deal with that shit.
yes, we'll hear. Okay, what says she sees both sides, and she also said she just realized I've been narcissist. That was something. It's almost like a personality type, isn't it? Narcissistic, that confidence, that exudes that I got it going on. I'm confident.
Yeah, which
And
can be quite attractive
yeah, yeah, yeah.
until you really get into the relationship and find out that that attractiveness is not what you thought it was.
No, it's a totally different ball game.
Yeah.
And it's not a game that you want to play. And, I think that once you realize, Whitney, and for me anyway, um, once I realized what narcissism looked like in my life, not in other people's lives, right? In my
Right.
life. That's one of the reasons I say the terrible life coaches, because it's easy for me to say, hey, you should eat healthfully and you should do these things. Cut this out, eat this only, and you'll lose 10 pounds in the next month, right? And it'll happen. But that doesn't mean Tiffany's going to join you.
Yeah, right. Right.
So that's what I'm saying about those things is like you learn more about ourselves as time goes. We learn what narcissists look like. And at this age, right, like 50, 50, at this age, I've grew up with narcissists, then married a narcissist, uh, narcissistic friends, all those types of things, right? That you start to learn the behaviors.
Right.
And once you learn those behaviors, you can almost start seeing them in multiple people, can't you?
Oh yeah.
Like for you and me, you starting to see like what real narcissism looked like and noticing like that's it. I started noticing you mentioning some other, like, maybe do you think that's like narcissistic, or this is
Yeah.
narcissistic, or he sounded narcissistic, that sounded, and yeah, you can start to pick it out.
Yeah.
So then a kind of the nice thing is that you can maybe try to avoid it, but they're sneaky and they're good hiders. Maya says, for me at least, being single makes life easier.
It really does.
I know.
You don't have to answer to no one. You don't have to cook for anyone. You don't have to be obligated to anyone. It is much simpler.
No. And um
You don't have to answer to anyone.
yeah, that's such a huge thing. I mean, I'm so thankful. I'm like the singlest hooked up chick you'll ever meet. I mean, I really, uh, he just lets me be my free little ferally self. You know what I mean? And he
Right.
just will drive me there, pick me up when I'm finished. But a lot of times people don't. People don't get that. And if I honestly think if I had a partner that demanded anything differently, I couldn't handle it.
No.
You know me well enough that I could not. I'm lucky to have this guy. In my mind, always when issues come up or on certain subjects, right? It's in my mind always when issues come up or on certain subjects, right? You're thinking about it, you're thinking about it. And that's the ugliness. Says ain't my first rodeo. Dorena always brings facts. She does. That's why I love to be like the thorn in her side, I love it when we have our little conversation. I've been married for 36 years in an interracial marriage. It's not been easy at all, but I believe in for better or for worse. I might be old fashioned, but it works for me. And that's all that matters, Jenny, is if it works for you. No,
hmm
it, I'm sure it hasn't been easy. I mean,
Yeah, I'm sure it
adding,
hasn't been easy. But if you've been
no,
married for 36 years, somebody's doing something right. You're both are doing something right.
trying, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and if somebody's tapped out, you know, but if everybody's staying in and willing, that's a
Yeah.
whole, that's a whole different story. And no, it's a beautiful thing. Let's see. I'm gonna read it. Okay, let's see. Doreen, do you think your standards are higher now that you're comfy being single?
Probably so. Probably, most definitely. Yes.
They're pretty up there, but I'm glad because
And not in a snobbish way or anything like that. Just I had to learn that I deserve better.
yeah.
And in my neck of the woods, there is no better. So that's why I'm staying single.
Oh my gosh, Dore. No, that's not true. That's not true. It's it's just sometimes
I had to learn to love me, and that's a big thing. When you don't love yourself, you really don't have any standards, to be honest with you. You don't. You don't. But when you learn to love yourself, yes, you do. You do. And yeah, I do have higher standards because I won't accept or tolerate now what I've tolerated probably my whole life in relationships. I won't. I won't. And so there you have it. No, I'd rather stay single because there really isn't anybody around here or any, no, there aren't. I know where I live.
I know where I live. You never know. You saw a pretty woman, right? You never know who's gonna.
And like, who wants to go through? Like, I don't want to go through that all over again.
No,
I really don't.
no.
That uncomfortableness in the beginning, you know, I'm the type of person who like I'll be starving, you'll take me out to dinner and I'll have a soda and with a straw, and no, I'll order a salad, when I'm really wanting that steak, like I don't want I feel funny eating in front of a guy like the no. I'm not going through all that all over
Do you still
again.
feel that way?
Yes, that's just how I am. I get so shy, I really do, and no, I don't wanna go through all that, and I'm gonna say it, like, you gotta run into the bathroom and pull your ass, apart because you gotta pass gas and you just can't sit there and do it comfortably. No, I don't want to go through all that anymore. I wanna fart when I want to, and I wanna
I want to eat all the food.
eat when I wanna eat. I wanna dive into that fucking cake when I feel like it, and not have anybody looking at me, like, "Oh, you ate too much of it. That's enough now." Fuck you.
Yes, yes.
My tongue still has a taste for it and it wants to keep going. All right, leave me alone.
No more awkward, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna sit there and eat and fart and do
Yeah.
all the things you want to do.
Yes. I want to go through all
Mischief,
that all over again. No. No.
where are you, girlfriend? Mischief is here. Hey, sweetheart, how are you, gorgeous thing?
Hi, how are you doing? And
Hi.
then the
Doreen,
intimacy part? Oh, come on. No.
no,
Got to go
no.
like at least 20 times in the dark before you get to the day where you turn the light on. Get out of here. No.
T-shirt, no t-shirt. T-shirt, no t-shirt.
I'm always the t-shirt on. The long one.
So lights off, t-shirt on. Lights on, t-shirt on.
Yeah.
Yes, it's terrible. It's terrible. Oh no, sweetie. I'm struggling with mobility right now with my back. Hubby is having surgery in 2 weeks. I know it's coming up. When he is in on the mend, I will start my treatment. And maybe surgery will be the answer.
I
Oh,
hope so. I really do. That's terrible.
it is terrible, and I'm so sorry that you are struggling.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I know that that's the worst, and I hope that you have some help after
I'm
his
just going to say
surgery.
that, like, you have to wait for your husband to heal
Yeah. Well,
and
I
then
hope that,
to do what you need to do so then he can help you.
yeah, well, that's kind of how it goes. It's like a
Yeah.
trade-off. But I also hope that maybe somebody will help her take care of her hubby, at least for the first few days when it's really
Oh,
hard,
yeah.
because sometimes we don't know. That's something I've noticed with Poppy. Like, I don't necessarily really know how I feel until I'm like trying to chase her around or whatever the case may be,
Right.
you know, aren't cutting it. Have you talked to your doctor, honey? Maybe get some pictures. And I'm so sorry. I know we
Well,
do some like nerve blocks and some steroidal injections, things like that, that can kind of buy time. They help some people, they don't help some people.
she's at the point where she can barely walk. She can't walk so well.
I
That's,
know, and
I feel bad. I really do feel bad for you, Miss.
I really do too. I'm so sorry. I wish we had a magic wand to
Yeah.
just take one little bit at a time and just do what you can do. I know it's so hard with the back. With my first back issue, I was bent. I was just stuck bent like in half. And so then we got that fixed, and it changed everything. Um Mama's going to the hospital too, so God knows how I'll manage. Daughters and granddaughters will have to step up. Yeah. Well, I'm thankful that you have them and they can do. And everybody will have to help out. Yeah, I know. I wish we were all there. We could all help out or cook a meal or help you both out a little bit. But
Yeah.
hopefully the girls will do it. Sigh. For just you and Steve. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And I don't know if you guys, over here we do so many things like physical therapy. We do so much investigating. I just don't know what she's had the opportunity to investigate.
What about home health aid? Like, can they qualify for somebody to come in and help while?
I don't know. I mean, we can look into anything if they're interested. I'm not really sure how things work in the UK because uh, it's different. Everything for us falls under our insurance, and
Right.
um, they have universal health care, but then things fall under different things within that. So I don't know, but we could most certainly look and see. Yeah. Yeah. I think that would be a good idea. I don't know if
It would be this way. They both can be taken care of.
Yeah, I know, um, and they would have some energy to heal. That's the thing is it's difficult when you're taking care of each other to heal yourself, you know. It's time like this when you need your family and friends. Most of them are still in full-time employment, so it's difficult. Hubby and Mim may have to go into a rehab unit. Wait, I know, but if that were the case, it would only be for part-time, right? So, that's something to keep in mind because, you know,
If it
we got to
helps,
do what we have to do sometimes.
yeah. If it
Uh,
helps, hey,
you 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 got to do it. I've had to stay in rehab for a while. I did not like it, but I did come out stronger for it. So I'm never gonna say it's shitty and nobody should do it because it
right,
really saved me.
right.
So I'll always encourage it. Isn't it, Maya? Back pain is the worst. It is the worst. And especially as we're getting older, and for me, you guys know I'm carrying my little extra weights I've picked up along the way, and so it's like my back is crumpling, but and I still have the weight on. So, but it's hard to um try to get the weight off of my back so that my back feels better when I already have the weight and I can't do the weight because my back hurts. But my back would feel better
Right.
because yeah, it's a really tricky thing, back pain. But yeah, mischief. Let us know. Um Gosh, I wish there was something we could do. I don't know if you use some ice or cold compresses, or even if you use some heat or like a heating pad or a heating bottle, just to maybe give yourself a little respite from your pain. Sometimes it does give a little bit of relief.
What about a chiropractor? Like, can you be manipulated, mischief?
Um,
I mean, sometimes it
last
does help.
You know, I don't know. I've never seen a chiropractor. So, and I don't know, like now I would be nervous just because there's a lot of different things connected with the spine and the nerves and with MS and the spine and the nerve. Let's see. Mischief says last time mom was in one, they put her in with Alzheimer's patient. It was horrendous for her. Dad had Alzheimer's at the time, and we were looking after him. Oh my gosh. That's awful.
Somebody got it wrong.
That is, yes. Well, then, and that is one of the things I always tell people if you are putting your family into a facility, be on the horn with the people. Make sure they're doing things right. Don't even let them slip. Jenny says she has seen a chiropractor. Was it helpful for you, Jenny? Have you seen one, Doreen? A chiropractor?
Once, many,
Once.
many years ago.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't really recommend or not, um, as far as that goes. Because, and like I don't know, like with all of our back stuff, it's just been,
I want to say like 25 years ago, I saw a chiropractor, and he's the one that cracked my neck. side to side. And ever since he did that, I mean, it felt good. But ever since then, it's like
Oh, you have to do it on your own now.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is not good.
No, it is not. Jenny said the chiropractor helped her. What's Miss she say? She's been to an osteo, a physio, and it did help temporarily. Maybe I'll try a chiropractor. I'm always scared they'll make it worse. That's the thing. I think chiropractors are personal, if you feel comfortable.
Well, every chiropractor, I think, at least I know when I went, like every chiropractor does have to do an x-ray, like a scan on your body to see, what's what. And they would be able to tell, I believe,
They couldn't work.
they couldn't work on you, for some reason or another.
I'll have to see why. Yeah, what would be reasons that they wouldn't, or would send you? Like, when would they send you to like a spinal specialist or like a spine doctor?
They
I
may.
mean,
They
like
can.
I imagine they think they're the spine. Let's see. Maya says the first time I had a disc popping out, I had to have emergency surgery after a week because it really squeezed off my nerve down the foot. Yep. Yeah, that's what happens, and that's why I'm a little leery, especially as we're getting older. And and unfortunately, just as we get older, our bones and different parts just wear and tear. Unfortunately, that's why we start having arthritis and things, right, as we get older.
Actually, that chiropractor that I saw told me that I had arthritis on the top of my spine. But I hadn't been diagnosed with MS yet. I hadn't gone through anything that had to do with MS. Maybe it was
Or what if
MS.
you saw lesions?
Yeah, that's what I'm. Maybe it was MS, and he took it for arthritis. I don't know, but I would love to ask my neurologist if if we are allowed, MSers with lesions on the spine
Yeah.
are allowed to see a chiropractor.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm more leery, not because of the MS. I'm more leery because of my spine damage. You know what I mean? For me,
Mm-hmm.
that's what makes me more leery to go see the chiropractor, because I am like, I don't want you to make it worse. And Maya said she needed hers emergency surgery. And that's what it starts happening, is that as the discs are slipping or degrading.
Maya, did you go to a chiropractor and he told you that, or did you go to the emergency room or something and they told you that?
Yeah, permanently damaged her nerves, and she has very bad balance in her right foot. Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. That is
Oh,
really a pain. It's hard to when you have nerve damage in your feet.
emergency room,
Yeah,
emergency. Oh, I know emergency surgery, but
emergency. Well, either she went to the emergency room or back to her doctor. What is it? What is it? Yeah, it can be terribly painful, and that's what happened. Yes, thank you, Jenny. Always check with your doctor. Always check with your doctor. I know it's a perforated disc from the last scan I had, and I also have arthritis and scoliosis. I'm hoping to see a specialist. Hubby has been waiting at least 2 years for his surgery. I know he has, so can't miss
Um,
that. And then, and so the uh, I have the same mischief. I have arthritis and scoliosis also, and so there is some, and I also have degenerative disc disease, which is not necessarily uncommon.
no.
As we get older, down here at the lower part of our back, the mid of our back,
Yeah.
we'll start to feel that, and yeah, it's very uncomfortable. I'm sorry that you're struggling so much. So much. Your healthcare is much better than UK. My hubby has been dragging his foot for almost a year now. Isn't that interesting? Like Norway versus the UK. Went to my regular doctor who saw the signs that it was bad, so she sent me to the hospital. 2 hours later, I had surgery.
Wow.
Yeah, good catch. Good
Yeah.
catch. Because yeah, it could cause some, I mean, even more permanent damage than it did. I'm sorry about that. And that is what will happen, is what happened to my back down there, is where they they crumpled that nerve root, the nerve root that kind of comes out of your spine and stems off, right?
Right.
It had just cinched up in there as time went. It kind of worked its way up into kind of a ball underneath my spine. So everything wasn't working right. And then when I had the surgery and they took the little broken pieces out, and they laid the pieces back out nicely when they zipped me back up. And it did make it much better, although I still did have nerve damage in that left leg. So I mean, that is common, but it's so much better than the back that I was carrying around,
Oh yeah.
beforehand. So so tonight we talked about relationship love, like significant other love. So how about tomorrow night?
We talk about the enemy within.
Oh, all right. Doreen picked it. Tomorrow night will be the enemy within.
I'll be playing.
Well, you made a good point. You do have to learn to love yourself before you can really expect someone to love you properly, right?
Yes, which took me a long time to learn and a long time to love myself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think that that's something that just can always be hard. Because we're quick to turn on ourselves, aren't we?
It's the easiest person to turn on.
Yeah. That's like,
You're the
oh,
easiest person to yourself to turn on. Yes.
yeah. That's a hard one. So maybe we should
And
talk about,
there's nobody there to tell you you're wrong.
right? No, not at all.
It's just you and your mind.
Yeah.
Nobody to fight about it. Just you. So
Nobody to correct you. Nobody.
no, nope, 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 nope.
No.
So do that for how many years? And you brainwashed yourself.
Yeah. You've talked yourself into believing it.
Yes.
Well, maybe that's something we could talk about tomorrow night, is some of the things that we've talked ourselves into believing about ourselves. What do you think about
Yeah.
that?
Sure.
All right.
Continuation of today.
Yeah. So today was loving a significant right? She's
Yeah.
not kidding. We brainwash ourselves. We do. And we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about it. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Let's do that. The NHS has a huge backlog from the pandemonium and lack of money. I'll have to wait. Can't afford to go private. I'm lucky in love. Thank goodness my hubby is a good man. I love
Oh,
that,
I'm
sweetheart.
happy for you for that. Yes.
Yeah. You know, my dad used to always tell me, you will always, if you are rich in love, you are wealthier than any
Yes.
money can buy.
A
And
one in a million.
yeah, yeah, 1 in a million. Usually it's not that fast, but when it's considered an emergency, it's okay. I lost control over my toes. Couldn't move it. Yes. Yeah, I know that's a
Mm.
bad sign. So get in there. Let's see what we can do. And
The scariest thing.
yeah, it is. All right, guys. Well, Dore, anything?
No, we're
Anything
good. We're good till tomorrow.
We're good till tomorrow. That's so true. In that respect, I'm a billionaire. Yes, ma'am. You are. You both are. And tell Steven, you tell him too. Dude, you're a billionaire. I want you to know it. Let him know. All right, guys. Everybody have a great night. If you don't mind hitting the like button on your way out. It's so wonderful to see these ladies, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm so happy to see all of you tonight. Yes.
You know,
I
I
was kind
know.
of surprised so many people
I
came,
know,
and
me
I just
too. It was
loved
just
it.
me too.
And
So
we shall see you tomorrow.
see you tomorrow, guys. Love you. Until then,
Love
take care of
you.
yourself.
Good night, all.